Good evening everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officer 24/7. How are you all? So first of all, a very welcome to the channel, and also do let me know in the comment section is audio video both are okay, and those who have joined us here, do let me know how are you all. And this is the session in which we are going to discuss the IFS English medium session it is. So every day we are having this achiever series in which we are discussing certain number of questions that will be from most important topic of yours that we are covering in this particular session. So this session happens every day. It means Monday to Saturday. This session will be there at 7 p.m. in the evening. So this is your timing of the session. 7 p.m. English medium session will be there for IFS. If you are looking for a PPB session, so PPB session is in the morning. So we start our day with the PPB session, that is 6 a.m. Okay. So that will also at the Monday to Saturday. Now what actually we are doing in this session? As you can see, this is your achiever series. In achiever series, we are discussing certain number of questions with the understanding of the concept. It's not like we are just reading the questions and option and that's all. No, we are as well understanding the concepts of your particular topic. So every day we are discussing a topic, and here in the starting of the session, I will let you know what topic we are discussing here today. So today we are discussing economic planning in India and Niti Aayog. That's the module A's unit number 3. So this is our unit number 3. It means we have already had two classes, in which unit 1 and unit 2 we have completed. This is your unit number 3, that is economic planning in India and Niti Aayog. Okay, so before starting the session, I will be your mentor for IFS and PPB as well for the JAIIB paper. The PPB sessions are going on in the morning at 6 a.m. only on Officer 24/7 Monday to Saturday. The same series for IFS going on in the evening at 7 p.m. as you can see right now, and this will go from Monday to Saturday. Okay, so this is the achiever series in which we are discussing about your particular topic. Now let's start about the economic planning in India and Niti Aayog, that is module A unit number 3. So let's talk about what actually the planning is. So planning means simply when you have a proactive approach to achieve your objective, to achieve your aim. Let's say you have a aim to clear your JAIIB paper in May 2024. So you are being proactive because you have started taking the sessions, you have started starting conceptual understanding, you are giving mock tests, you are practicing questions here, you are asking your doubts in live class, in Telegram, and other ways you have options too. And in the morning, as I have seen, there are a lot of candidates who are live at 6 a.m. for the PPB. So now I can understand that you have a proactive approach. We have 5 to 6 months right now for your May 2024 paper. But after knowing what level of paper they are asking, you have started preparation already. And at 6 a.m. I am seeing the candidates being live, being active in the session, and they are answering the questions. So that's what the planning is. You have planned, like from today onwards, if we start our preparation, that will be definitely guarantee that we will be clearing the paper if we follow the certain 4 or 3 steps. Now, that's the planning. If I talk about the economic planning, what is economic planning? Economic planning simply means taking the major decisions regarding the economy. When you take a lot of major decisions in the economy, that is known as economic planning. Let's say, for example, we are saying that we want to become the developed country. Now, to become developed country, what certain things are required to achieve? That you have already done in the economic planning. Let's take an example of a budget. So every year on 1st of February, Government of India presents the budget for the upcoming financial year. So it will be an estimated budget of yours. So before the financial year starts, you already are having a particular estimated budget in which you tells about what amount of money will be earned by Government of India and what amount of money have to be spent in the development of the country. So this is the proactive approach. Before starting the financial year, we have already studied the economy's requirement as well as the earning sources, and we have presented the budget in the parliament. So this is your economic planning. When you take the major economic decisions to achieve your goal, to achieve your objective, at what level you want your economy to reach, that is known as economic planning, taking the major economic decisions. Now this used to be done by the Planning Commission. This planning used to be done by whom? It used to be done by the Planning Commission. It was introduced in 1950 and it have introduced the 5-year plans in the economy, and total 12 5-year plans was introduced. Now, we do not have Planning Commission because on 1st of January 2015, Planning Commission was replaced by the Niti Aayog. So, Planning Commission used to create 5-year plans and it has created 12 5-year plans. Now, on 1st January 2015, we have introduced the Niti Aayog and Niti Aayog started its own planning from 2017 onwards. Now, what Niti Aayog was doing between 15 to 17? Niti Aayog was completing the 12th 5-year plan of a planning commission that was started in 2012 and ended in 2017. So, from 12 to 15, that last 5-year plan was what we can say implemented or controlled or monitored by planning commission. From 15 to 17, it was done by the Niti Aayog. So, that's why Niti Aayog started its own planning from 2017 onwards. Now, as we have discussed that Planning Commission used to make the 5-year plan. Now, what Niti Aayog is doing? Can we say the Niti Aayog is performing the same type of planning? Niti Aayog is also making a 5-year plan. So, this will be a wrong statement because Niti Aayog have divided the planning in the certain different ways. First, Niti Aayog provided us 15 years vision document. Till 2030, we have this objective that we make India to reach at this level in the year 2030. So, we have taken a 15 years vision document. Now, to achieve this 15 years vision, we have introduced the 7 years National Development Agenda. The 7 years National Development Agenda was creating or is preparing a lot of policies, schemes, strategies for Government of India so that we will be achieving our 15 years vision. That's the 7 years National Development Agenda. And the 7 years National Development Agenda is actually working or not. To know this, what we are doing, we have created 3 years action plan. And this 3 years action plan is helping us out to perform what? To perform the evaluation on your 7 years National Development Agenda. So, in every 3 years, what we are doing, in every 3 years, we are evaluating this National Development Agenda to achieve the 15-year vision document. So, 15 years, 7 years, 3 years, these are the kind of planning that Niti Aayog is doing. Okay. And what is the full form of Niti Aayog? It stands for National Institution for Transforming India. So, this is the basics we have discussed about the planning in the country. Now, let's start the certain questions based on the same topic and do make sure you are being active in the session because that's all what required to clear the paper. And if you find any kind of doubt in the session and you are watching a recorded session, so you can ask in the comment section because I am checking each and every video in the Achiever series and answering your queries as well. Okay, so let's start. Which one of the following statement is not true? You have 4 statements in front of you. Out of that, which is not true, you have to answer. First is saying the Planning Commission has been in charge of planning in India since 1950. Second, Planning Commission is a statutory entity. Third, planning, it is headed by Deputy Chairman and the Prime Minister as the Chairman of the Planning Commission. Fourth, Indian government established the Niti Aayog to replace the Planning Commission as think tank. Now, Niti Aayog is a think tank of Government of India. It creates its own planning. It implements its own planning. It takes its own feedback and then change the strategy. So, Niti Aayog is a self-sufficient institution or a think tank that is performing each and every task. So, this is true statement. Prime Minister is the ex-officio chairman of Niti Aayog. That is also true. As well as the Planning Commission. Then the Planning Commission was introduced in March 1950. This is also true. But the second one is not true. So, your right answer will be B. Because Planning Commission used to be non-constitutional, non-statutory and advisory body. It means it was not defined. It was not defined in your constitution. It was not passed by introducing a particular act. It was just an advisory body of the Government of India. So, it was not a statutory entity. It was the non-statutory, non-constitutional advisory body. It used to give the advice to the government that this can be done in the next 5-year plan. But it was not approved or implemented by the Planning Commission. For that, we used to have NDC, National Development Council. Okay. So, your right answer will be B option. Second question. Second is asking what was the period of 9th 5-year plan. Now there is a very simple way to answer this question. For that, the certain data you have to remember, and that data is, I will let you know here. Chalo, let's start. In 1950, I have told you the Planning Commission was introduced. Total 12 5-year plans was created. And a total 12 5-year plan was introduced by the Planning Commission. The first planning of Planning Commission, the first plan came in the year 1951 and it went till 1956. The second 5-year plan started in 56, ended in 61. The third 5-year plan started in 61, ended in 66. Now, the first gap was seen that have been named as a plan holiday, and this was from 66 to 69. For the next 3 years, no plan was introduced by Government of India because no 5-year plan was introduced by Government of India because in the third 5-year plan we have faced 2 wars. Indo-China war was there, Indo-Pak war was there, drought was also there at the same time. And the third 5-year plan was failed. So that's why no 5-year plan was introduced, but annual plan was followed here. That was happened from 66 to 69, the first gap was there. Then in 69, we have introduced fourth 5-year plan that went till 74. Then the fifth 5-year plan was introduced in 74 and ended in 78. In 4 years, this plan was ended. Now, then why it have been done? Because the second gap have been seen that was named as a rolling plan from 78 to 80. This was the second gap in the 5-year planning because the Prime Minister have been changed. Mr. Morarji Desai became the Prime Minister from the Janata Party. And he said, we do not need 5-year planning. We will do annual planning here. We will create a roll plan. Okay, every year we will be introducing the planning. Now, the sixth 5-year plan came in the year 1980 till 85. Then 7th 5-year plan came till 85 to 90. And then the third gap was introduced that was named as the economic reform period, that was from 1990 to 1992. And that was the third and last gap between your 5-year planning. And these are the 3 gaps you have to remember. After this, there is no gap. After this gap, there is no gap. So, from 92 to 97, we got 8th 5-year plan. And from 97 to 2002, we got 9th 5-year plan. So, your right answer will be C option. Now, you can understand very carefully what is required to remember. I will let you know if these kinds of questions can be asked. If these kinds of questions have been asked, it's very easy to answer. Just remember first 5-year plan introduced in 1951. Remember the 3 gaps. The 3 gaps duration you have to remember. After that, what you have to do, just calculate the 5 years and you will get the period of the 5-year plan. The particular 5-year plan. So this is what you have to do. So right answer here is C option. I guess you all got the understanding how to calculate these type of questions. Okay, chalo. Now let's forward. This is the answer C, 9th 5-year plan. Now, which of the following is the objective of economic planning in India? So why we do economic planning in India? Why it is very important to have major decisions about the economy? First, for the economic growth of the country, for the poverty alleviation, for employment generation in the country, for self-reliant economy, or all of the above. So what do you think? Which of the following is correct? And the right answer is all of these. We want everything to happen. We want to have a growth to remove the poverty from the country, provide job to the people, then make India self-reliant, or you can call it Atmanirbhar. The right answer will be D. All are the objectives. Now, which of the following is not the function of Niti Aayog? You have a 4 option. Out of these, which function is not performed by the Niti Aayog? So first is saying to evolve a shared vision of national development priority sector and strategy, to foster cooperative federalism. Cooperative federalism means you are making all the states, all the union territories and the central government work together. No dispute should be there. A healthy competition should be there, but they all should work together. To give final approval to the 5-year plans, to create a knowledge, innovation and entrepreneur support system. Now, I have just told you in the first or second question that NDC was there, National Development Council, that used to approve the 5-year plans, that used to give the resources to the 5-year plans. So the third option is not true. Final approval was not used to be provided by the Niti Aayog to the 5-year planning, but it used to be done by the NDC, National Development Council. So the right answer will be your C option. Okay, next. Niti Aayog is the Government of India's top policy dash, offering both directional and policy suggestions. And out of these 4 options, what do you think, which of the following is correct? And already in the earlier question, in this session already, we have discussed that Niti Aayog is a self-sufficient think tank. It can plan itself, it can approve itself, it can implement itself, it can monitor itself, and it can give the feedback itself. So right answer is C. So after 2017, when Niti Aayog started its own planning, NDC was merged in the Niti Aayog. So no individual NDC is there. NDC stands for National Development Council. Next. Niti Aayog gives relevant technical assistance to the dash in designing a strategic and long-term policy program for the government of the country. Okay. Now we have states, central and state, and none of these. So for whom Niti Aayog provide technical assistance? Niti Aayog design a strategy, long-term policy program for the government of India. It means it will cover both the government, the central as well as the state government. So Niti Aayog work for both the governments. Okay. Now, which among the following contributes the third most to financing in India? So now, if government of India have to develop the country, the government of India have to plan something, and government of India need a capital for that, need funds for that, and that fund should be funds raised by the government of India from 3 sources, and those 3 sources we have here: domestic budgetary system, second, deficit financing, third, foreign assistance. So these are the 3 ways by government of India raise capital for the development. Now, you have to answer out of these 3, the third most way to get this capital is which of the following? So the same sequence they have written here. The most can be taken from domestic budgetary source. The second most is deficit financing. And the third most is your foreign assistance. So right answer is C. In the same sequence they have been written. Maximum fund government get from the domestic budgetary source, second from deficit financing, and third from finance assistance. So right answer will be your C option. Do remember the sequence. Maybe in the paper they are not asking the third most, they are asking only the most. So answer will be first. Okay. So do remember the sequence of them. Now, who is the chairman of Niti Aayog? Now you have to answer who is the chairman of Niti Aayog: President of India, Prime Minister of India, RBI Governor, or the Finance Minister. So do remember, the Planning Commission used to have Prime Minister as a chairman. That used to be ex officio post. Similarly, Niti Aayog have a ex officio post for the chairman, and it should be Prime Minister. So ex officio means the person who have already holding a certain position will get the position here. So whosoever become in the future the Prime Minister of the country will automatically becomes the chairman of the Niti Aayog. Same in case of Monetary Policy Committee. Whoever will become the governor of RBI, that governor automatically becomes the chairman of Monetary Policy Committee. These type of posts are known as ex officio post. Okay, do remember. So right answer will be B. Now, which of the following statement are correct about the Niti Aayog? First is saying the aim of Niti Aayog is to achieve sustainable development goals and to enhance the cooperative federalism in the country. The Prime Minister of India is the ex officio chairman. This is I have just told you. It means second one, the definitely correct. Third is saying there are 8 full-time members in Niti Aayog, and these are the options. And as you can see, the second is definitely correct. It means it cannot be the C option, because C is not talking about the second statement. The first is also correct. It means first and second, right answer will be D. Third is not correct because the Niti Aayog do not have 8 full-time members. It have only 4 full-time members. 8 full-time members used to be there in the Planning Commission. So the first and second is true. That's why right answer will be D. Okay, right answer will be your D option. So this is all about the functions that Niti Aayog perform. Next question we have, In 2015, Government of India have established the Niti Aayog. Do you remember the full form of Niti? National Institution for Transforming India. Okay. Now, to substitute dash based on the logic that the nature of economy had shifted to a market dominated system. So, what commission have been replaced? So, it's very simple. The very simple question, it is Planning Commission, the B option. So, Planning Commission was replaced by Niti Aayog because the way economy is working have been changed. So, the way we are planning the things, that should also change. So, the right answer will be your B option. Now, so let me know how many answers you have given correct here. And if you are watching recording, just drop a comment in the video how many answers you have given correct. So, this is a session in which we have discussed your unit number 3 of IFS module A. Now, this is not only sufficient content to cover, more you have to cover, and what more additional you have to cover, that should be your more in-depth study of the concept. And for that, you can see the JAIIB Achievers batch. The second batch of JAIIB May 2024 is starting from 8th of December, that I will be starting from 8th of December. So, I am starting IFS, the conceptual classes. Now, what you get in the Achievers batch? What you are getting in the Achievers batch, same is there in the Sankalp batch, but it is started on 20th of November with the 2 subjects, PPB and your AFM. Here, it is starting with the 2 subjects, that will be RBW and as well as your IFS. Okay. Now, let us start. If I am talking about these Sankalp or Achievers batches, you are getting conceptual classes live. They will be available 24/7 recording. Second, you are getting here the topic wise test, the full length mock test and the ebooks. So, these 5 benefits are there in the Sankalp batch as well as in the Achievers batch. Now, what Mahapack have? Mahapack have all the benefits which have been given here in the Sankalp and Achievers batch. Plus, it will have mini and Maha marathons. That will be different, which is going to happen on YouTube one day before your paper. Okay, so these are the mini and Maha marathons will be available only for paid students, only on Mahapack. Plus, you will get all the upcoming batches here. Let's say the revision batch, the power pack batch, everything will be available here. Okay, so this is the benefit you will get here. Now, how to enroll or how to get these benefit? For that, first of all, download the Adda 24/7 application. Then go to the application, and then you have to go to the home page. When you go to the home page, you will find a exam category. So, go to the exam category. The exam category will be your JAIIB CIB. Click here. Click on the JAIIB CIB. Once you have clicked, then click on the JAIIB May 2024. Click on the view all option. You will find individual subject batches as well as you will find the comprehensive batch and the Mahapack. And the way to enroll in any of these are same. So, I will give you one example here. So, let's say whatever batch you want to enroll, just click on the batch, do read the offerings, check the validity, click on the buy now option. If you use these codes, you will get 75 discount. But more than that discount will be available if you use a code Y496. Okay, and then apply that code. One second. Apply this code, you can see 77% discount is there. Additional 1% discount will be available if you use the coins on the application. So, you will get 78% discount. And do remember, the IFS, it means the Achievers batch is starting from 8th of December. It is starting from when? It is starting from 8th of December and the time of the batch will be 9 to 10 p.m. Like for my subject IFS, the timing will be 9 to 10 p.m. Okay, and we are starting from 8th of December. Clear? So, this is all how to enroll. Clear? Now, apart from that, these sessions or the Achiever series sessions, you want to join on the regular basis, then do subscribe the channel Officers Adda 24/7 and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Apart from that, you will get the PPB sessions in the morning at 6 a.m. and the IFS session in the evening at 7 p.m. Both sessions are very important. After every session, do comment how many questions you have given right answer of. Okay. So, that's all for today. Let's meet tomorrow the first time. Sorry, not the first time. Let's start our tomorrow's day with the 6 a.m. with your PPB session. So, see you all at 6 a.m. for your next class of PPB. Okay. Thank you everyone. Take care. Have a great time.